It was this comment on my recent Facebook post that got me to thinking that, you know what, it'd be a good opportunity to share the answer to that question for anybody out there that may be concerned for any reason. And obviously, in my case, due to my profession, I have in mind mostly those of you that are considering moving to our area or have recently moved to our area. And Florence actually does have a lot of things to offer in terms of entertainment. And so I'm going to share a list with you today that will cover a lot of those things that will be relevant to many, no matter your age, gender, family status, any of that. So let's dive right in. And first, let's start off with the PD Ice Cats dropping their first puck on October the 10th, just around the corner from the filming of this video. We had the general manager of the team, Scott Brand, on our podcast just a couple of episodes ago, so if you want to check that out, the link to that video is right there. That way you can learn more about the team, its identity, where it comes from, where it's going. It is a professional hockey team in the FPHL, which is a pretty large hockey league, and so yes, again, Florence is officially a hockey town. We are very excited and looking forward to the upcoming PD Ice Cats season, which will be kicking off at the Florence Center, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Next, in that same vein, we have an intercollegiate baseball team called the Florence Flamingos. They play out at Carolina Bank Stadium here in Florence. It's a beautiful stadium with bleacher seating and club seating that's really nice, and they have recently partnered with Elliott's Barbecue to give an upgrade to their concessions offerings, which is really going to take that to another level. I've got a video on this channel here just showing what a night out at that ball field could be like. That can be a great outing to get outdoors and watch a little bit of baseball. Sticking with the sports theme for now, we are also home to Francis Marion University, and so we have access to their athletics. We just recently had Lauren Barfield Edwards, the head volleyball coach, on the podcast as well. You can check out that episode to hear a little bit more about that program. And she revealed in that episode that those games are free to attend. Now, not only do they have a volleyball team, but Francis Marion University also has basketball. They also have a great baseball stadium and baseball team out there as well. And we are also home to Florence Darlington Technical College, which also has a baseball team. So there are multiple opportunities to attend college athletics events in our area as well. So shifting over to something more socializing centric, of course, downtown Florence is host to Florence After 5 during the warm seasons. It's an award-winning block party. So it's a great opportunity on a Friday evening to go out, have somewhere to socialize. You can hang out outdoors, pop in and out of the businesses that are in the downtown district, and also enjoy some live music. Florence After 5 is a very popular event and certainly something that you may want to check out. We also have a lot of opportunities for outdoor activities. So the rail trail is something that I've enjoyed a lot historically, providing miles of trails to walk throughout the city and areas in the county. They just added a new extension to the rail trail, and my understanding is there are plans for more extensions coming down the road. So whether you're cycling or walking, the rail trail is a great place to get some exercise, or just walk and get some exercise while you have some conversation with your friends or your family. Also, when it comes to outdoors, there's no shortage of areas to go kayaking in Florence, right here in the city, but as well as, of course, Lynch's River. There are multiple access points to get in a kayak and enjoy kayaking. There are opportunities for guided tours. So that's another great option to be outdoors as well. And then, of course, we have multiple parks all over the city. Timrod Park, Ebenezer Park, just being a couple of examples, not only providing playground area for the children, of course, but also baseball fields, tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts have been popping up everywhere as of late. And we even have a skate park at McLeod Park. So if you like to rollerblade or skateboard, you have that option as well. And then to finish off the outdoor theme, there is Neptune Island Water Park. Now, this is in Hartsville, South Carolina, but it's literally right up the road. And it is a full water park, and it's very popular. And so if you want that option without having to go all the way to Myrtle Beach and deal with the traffic and all the tourism, you have that right there in Hartsville. Shifting over to something that I think is a fantastic asset to our community is the Francis Marion Performing Arts Center in downtown Florence. This is going to be a great place to go catch a show, especially during the holidays. They do a lot of things out there. And whether it be you and your spouse or what have you, if you want to get a night out on the town, you can go grab a bite to eat at one of the fine restaurants in the downtown district before or after catching a show. Next, something unique to our area will be the Florence Motor Speedway. And this isn't the only racetrack we're going to talk about, but this one would be much lesser known. There's a lot of work and effort that has gone into the development over recent years into the Florence Motor Speedway, and they are host to a lot of events, providing an affordable outing to go catch a race. So whether you're familiar with racing or not, this is something that you may find is really enjoyable. And there are a lot of big names that come through the track. NASCAR Hall of Famers frequent the Florence Motor Speedway. Most recently, Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tony Stewart. So yes, it's a real attraction that's kind of tucked away a lot of our local people may not even really realize that it's there or what an asset we have in the Florence Motor Speedway. Now, I mentioned it before, and this is certainly one of the big ones, but we do have the Florence Center, built in the 1990s, originally the Civic Center. This arena hosts, and don't quote me on this number, but it's around 10,000 people in occupancy seating. And yes, because of that, they host a lot of different types of events, specifically concerts with big names that you've all heard before. Sporting events, certainly we mentioned the hockey team. There's talks of other hockey events that will be coming to the Florence Center because of having the ice there and the setup, but also the Harlem Globetrotters come through about once a year. The Florence Center is frequently home to high school state championship athletics events, just a variety of events that go on at the Florence Center, and they're constantly working to bring new things in. We just recently had the PD Outdoor Classic. There's a food truck festival coming up in a couple weeks, so that kind of thing. There's all sorts of things that go on at the Florence Center, so you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on their event schedule as well. And then there are some different varieties of fun activities and games, such as the Locked In Escape Room Studio. So that's a strategy game business that you can go participate in, a fun way to spend half an hour to an hour. There's the Tilt Studio at Magnolia Mall, offering a variety of games. There's the trampoline park on Second Loop Road. Certainly a fun place for the kids. You're looking at a handful of different places that you could go check out for different opportunities to play games and just do some fun activities. And we do have a few different movie theaters and bowling alleys. Specifically, I wanted to highlight the Swamp Fox movie theater. It's an older movie theater. It could use some upgrades for sure, but it's still the best movie theater that we probably have, being that it's the newest. And due to where things are at in the culture with streaming options, you can get access to movies earlier and just watch them from your home. I don't know that the movie theater industry is really working on upgrading much at all anymore these days, so I'm not really going to hold that standard to the Swamp Fox cinemas. But yet and still, that option is there if you'd like to go watch a movie, have some snacks, and enjoy everything that they have to offer. We also have sports bars for those that, if you're like me, you like to watch football and you enjoy watching football in the presence of other football fans. Most notably, of course, would be Buffalo Wild Wings on David H. McLeod Boulevard. So there is that opportunity as well to go watch some sports, probably most likely football, and socialize a little bit with like-minded folks in that area. And if you like the golf, or if it's something that you're looking at picking up, we have access to a handful of nice, well-kept golf courses here in Florence. Most notably, right down the road from me right now would be Trace's Golf Course. I think it's probably the most popular golf course in town. Somebody will probably correct me if they think otherwise. But nonetheless, we have access to golf courses right here in Florence that are well taken care of and frequented, so you don't have to travel far to go play a round of golf. We also have the Pecan Festival, which is held every November. There's also a video from last year's Pecan Festival on this channel that you can check out to get an idea of the flavor of what that festival is like. Food, drinks, merchandise, entertainment, live music. The Pecan Festival is a large event that brings in thousands and thousands of people every year. God willing, we'll plan to go again this year. And that's just one of a few different events that downtown Florence hosts, but particularly that would be the most notable, prominent, and historic event that we have in Florence would be the Pecan Festival. And you can't do this video without mentioning Darlington Raceway. And you may say, Darlington, well, I thought we were talking about Florence. Well, we mentioned Florence Darlington Tech earlier. We also referenced Hartsville, which is even farther away. But the reality is Darlington is right in Florence's backyard. They're like sister communities. In fact, I live in Florence County, but in the night race, I can hear the cars coming off of turns 3 and 4 from my driveway. And so you have access to a major sporting event 2 times a year, particularly the Southern 500 being a crown jewel event, which we went just a couple of weeks ago and attended that race. We also went last year and got this footage for this video. So if you want to check that out, if you've never been to a NASCAR event, or if you are a longtime NASCAR fan, then you certainly would know that's a great event that we have right in our backyard at the Darlington Raceway. And they also host other events out there throughout the year as well. Josh Harris and the team out there do a great job with keeping the Darlington Raceway as a great asset to our community, even when it's not race week. And so certainly there are more things that you could go out and find to get into in the area. Entertainment is very subjective. What's entertaining for you may not be entertaining for me, and vice versa. So you will go out and find what you like, but hopefully this gives you some ideas or some directions to go in some different things that are available in our area. Also, I would have to mention that one asset of being in Florence is the proximity that you have to multiple other cities and everything that they have to offer. And so within 2 hours, you can easily make a day trip to Myrtle Beach, Charleston, South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Fayetteville, North Carolina, and go partake in whatever it is that those cities have to offer that you enjoy or are looking forward to. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you did and you've watched the video this far, please give the video a like. It helps us out a lot to continue to make this content free and available for you. And as always, if you have any questions about our area, my contact information is down in the description of this video. As a local licensed realtor, I'd be happy to answer any questions that I could for you in regards to our area that we call home. And with that being said, as always, I appreciate y'all's viewership, and God willing, we'll see you on the next video.